I missed that because I
Y'all, it is day 2 of Build Your Brand Live, and we're going to do the day 1 recap. Are you ready to join me? I'm so excited today. I just cannot stand it. I changed my location, so today we won't be as shaky. I'm right here in front of Jen's picture because it's all about being seen. I am so excited because yesterday I got to speak to so many amazing people here at Build Your Brand Live. We got to hear from Amy Lacey, Kayla Craft, uh, Jeff Finster, the owner, creator of Everbowl. When I tell you, baby, it was live and on fire, I am not joking. Because here at Build Your Brand, we are getting educated and just expanding our mindset about what's possible for us as a brand and as individuals to make our businesses thrive and come alive. So, as we did yesterday, I am going to be talking to different participants as they walk by. People are just starting to sort in. The actual event doesn't come online until 9 o'clock. So I'm sitting right here in the causeway, kind of picking people up as they go by. But until they start to show up and show out, I want to give you a little bit of information about what we did yesterday. Yesterday, Chris Winfield taught us 21 tools that we could use to improve our use of AI. I learned about Descript, an amazing little platform that kind of combines everything in one place. I had never heard of that. We talked about Vista Social, so you can plan your social media in advance and schedule it out. How much time would you save if you could use Vista Social to schedule your social media and then just walk away? That was a game changer for a lot of people. I've been using Vista Social for a while, so I absolutely love it. We talked about AI in general, ethical use of it, and what we can do to improve our productivity and actually find ways to make your daily business life easier. It was an amazing talk, and I really enjoyed it. We got to hear Jen's story about how she became the phenomenal worldwide speaker that she is today. I've known a lot of it because I was here for part of it. However, it was just really good to see Jen walking out her purpose and being her authentic self as she shared with us about how she got to where she is today so that she can help all of us become better speakers, better leaders, better business people, and to be seen. I have my beautiful book right here with me. I'm waiting to get to see Jen so I can get my book autographed. And that will happen later on today. The key is to know that in order to build your brand, you have to be seen. And sometimes it's messy. Like what you saw yesterday. We didn't have a setup. We hadn't really planned. I just went live and began to talk to individuals as they came in so they could tell us about how they are building their brand. One of the participants today said, Brenda, you've been interviewing all of us. Tell us about your brand. Well, my brand is I am the solutionist. I help entrepreneurs close the gap between their desire and their reality. I created a portal just for that, where entrepreneurs that wanted to get help could come to a safe place where they could get actual help that could help them build their business, build funnels, to learn how to batch record, to learn about business planning, the business canvas model. We're all about the business of doing business. Now, once you've been seen, that's great. But if you don't have a rock solid foundation in your business, being seen is going to be the least of your problems because you don't want to be seen tore up from the floor up. You want to be seen doing things with excellence and able to really map out a plan for yourself that would allow you to have a brand that rocks. You can have a brand that rocks by making sure that you're clear on what your brand represents. For me, it's all about people doing business their way. I want to help individuals realize that although there are set business rules and standards, you as an entrepreneur set the standards for yours. Business plans is something that all of us need. But the reality is, do you have to post every day 6 or 7 times a day? No, you don't have to if that's not what you want. Do you have to what do you call it? Uh, Write scripts, do blogs, do a podcast. No, you don't have to. Is it helpful for your business? Absolutely is. But in the Solutionist portal, we give you clear solutions on how you can do business your way. It's a monthly coaching portal where you come in for $97 a month and you simply get the support you need. I have business coaches in there. Lisa, the 15-minute results coach, comes in and trains there. We have other coaches, and it's an amazing community where you can learn how to make passive income and make money in your sleep just like I do. I'm excited today to tell you about what I do, because what I do is I see things other people often miss and help entrepreneurs see things so they can close the gap between their desire and their reality. One of the programs that Lisa and I put on, Lisa DeShore, 15 Minutes Results Coach, my business partner, was called Popular to Paid. Why Popular to Paid? Because we were beginning to understand that a lot of the people we saw on Instagram were very popular, but they weren't getting paid. Think about that for a minute. Think about posting day after day after day and not making any financial benefit of it. Well, the truth is, a lot of the people you see on Instagram look very good on Instagram, but they are lacking in the financial part because they don't have a clear path on how they can make money with doing what they like. Inside the Solutionist portal, we explore with entrepreneurs exactly what they want. I always ask the same 5 questions. If you've been listening to me, here they go again. The first question is, what do you want? When you are starting a business, you need to get clear, or any endeavor, on what it is you want. Because if you don't know what you want, how do you finally get it? Then I want you to ask yourself, why do you want it? Your why is so important because when you are struggling and not maybe getting paid, but you're very popular, your why is what will keep you going until you figure it out. Then ask yourself, how does this benefit me? How would it benefit you to do the business that you envision? That's important to know. Then most importantly is, how does it benefit others? How does the service or product you provide benefit the people you say you want to reach? You need to know that. And then finally, what are you willing to do to get it? For me, I was willing to come to Build Your Brand Live so I can learn the tips and get tools to help me build a brand that I can be proud of. I feel like I'm on the right track. I've been very clear about my brand colors. My brand colors are black, white, pink, and gold. The black to me represents a strength and a clear slate, an ability to put whatever I want on that dark canvas and bring it to life. The white represents purity for me. Being authentically yourself is a pure place to be. The pink represents love because I'm all about the heart space, y'all. I use a mind, a body, and soul approach to everything I do because I believe it's important that we find harmony in life. I don't believe in balance anymore. I do believe in harmony. How harmoniously does your personal life blend with your business life, with your financial life, with your wellness, your health life, your mental wealth? Because health is your wealth. All of those things working in harmony, your relationships with your significant other, your loved ones, your children, your relationship with self. How are all of those things coming together to form the person that you envision yourself to be? Those are the things that we talk about. Oh, and finally, the goal. The goal is all about abundance. I love the color gold. And I wanted that as part of my branding because it represented that to me. A lot of people told me that the black was too dark and I shouldn't go with it. But I knew what it represented to me, and it resonates with the people that are my group. You say, when you find your tribe, you find your vibe. Everybody won't like what I do, and I understand that, and that is okay. It is okay to not be able to reach everybody, but when you reach that sweet spot that you get people that vibe with you, that you can interact with, it's an amazing thing. Hi, Jack. Are you coming to join me this morning?
I'm coming to film you.
Jack is coming to film me as I do what I do. This is what I do also. I interview people on my podcast, Talk to Me. One of my favorite things to do is on Face It Friday is to have people join me for a talk so that we can face something that I'm struggling with. Oftentimes, people benefit from knowing what you're struggling with so that they know that they're not alone. I also talk to fabulous and wonderful entrepreneurs and veterans so I can tell their stories. I do that on my podcast, on my blog. I also do that in my publishing company. I'm happy to say Talk to Me Publishing is doing well. We just released another book. It's called We Are Stronger Together, Strength and Diversity. It's about military entrepreneurs, veteran entrepreneurs and military business leaders in the military community. And I'm so excited. It's going to come out on October 30th. It's going to be a free download for the week of October 30th to November 3rd in honor of National Veteran Small Business Week. We got a lot of things coming. Our publishing company has also spawned 3 best-selling authors and over 20 books so far. So we are on a roll to make an impact so that people can tell their stories. Jack, are you ready to join me?
I hear you talking about veterans. Can I give you a hug first?
Oh, sure, go ahead. I'm a hugger.
I'm a veteran, so.
Oh, look, I got my first veteran to talk to me on camera. I'm feeling myself this morning, y'all. We're going to make sure I got Jack in the picture here. Jack, tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and what you do. Talk to the camera.
I'm Jack Powers. I'm a businessman, investor, entrepreneur, and I'm originally from Ohio, California, and currently staying in Utah. I figured out that both Ohio and Utah are 4 other words, but we'll let that go.
Okay. Now, what do you do, Jack?
I represent Living World, which is a investment market. It's kind of like, I guess the best way to say it is a metaverse marketplace using the blockchain. So every time somebody swipes a card or makes a purchase in our marketplace, it goes into a greater pool. Most of it comes to whoever the salesman is, and the rest of it's distributed throughout the pool. So I'm just a small fish. I'm okay at making, just a couple 100,000 or something like that. But there's guys making millions, and when those million contracts go by, or even billion contracts go by, I don't mind making my percentage off of that, and they can have a little bit of mine in exchange.
Now, for someone that doesn't understand all that, what is the tip you give to them so they can maybe understand exactly what it is you do?
Make your money work for you instead of you work for your money.
Now, you told us that yesterday when we interviewed you before, because this is a day 1 recap, but we're also moving forward into day 2 because it's going to be off the chain. Tell me, now that you've gone through the first day of Build Your Brand, what are your thoughts?
If you out there listening aren't here at the next one, that's on you. This was fantastic. The advice you got, the insights you got, when you're following the map, it's nice to have a navigator. Mm-hmm. This is your navigator. It's telling you, here's the next off-ramp, Jack. Oops, there's a roadblock ahead. Here's your detour. Whatever it is. All of those things are very, very important to know in a business because it's dynamic. The world's changing. Every day is different, and you've got to be alert for each and every one.
Absolutely. Now tell me, what was your number 1 takeaway from yesterday?
Oh, gosh.
I know we were talking earlier, there were so many, but just give us one.
I would say that don't compare your page 1 to chapter 1 to chapter 20 of somebody else.
I love when she said that. That right there, because so many people have imposter syndrome or FOMO, fear of missing out, and we're looking at what other people are doing. So Jen told us don't compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 20 because there was a lot of work done in between. And I like that metaphor because I'm always writing books and talking to people about publishing and becoming self-publishers. So that was pretty good for me too. What are you looking forward to today? Was anything, or are you just kind of going with the flow?
I'm literally going with the flow because, like I said, they're the navigators. I'm just following the route that they're laid out for us. Can I also say, if anybody hasn't subscribed to her, you are missing out too. All right, this woman, I've watched her all day yesterday. She's brilliant, she's charismatic, she's out there for people, and she's helping people. I watch her in there, and she is helping more people than anybody else I've seen. I think I even mentioned that you got a reward for that. Can I say you got a reward for that? She got a reward for that, monetary reward. Okay.
And that wasn't something I was trying to do or plan because I really am about building business. Again, it goes back to my portal. I have a solutionist portal where it's all about helping people find the mind, body, and soul approach to help them do their business their way. And that group coaching thing just launched prior to me coming here. It's $97 a month, and it's no contract. So if you come in the first month and you don't feel like you are getting the benefit, I'll say go somewhere else. But I'm guaranteeing you, if they come in that portal and they sit and listen and also collaborate. It's not about just coming sitting. I want people to come in and learn how to implement the things they want to do. You know, Jack, with all the things that you're doing, what is one thing you wish you had known that you could have implemented earlier? And if you had someone like me to say, hey, Jack, let's sit down, brainstorm this out, that might have helped you.
I wish I'd have known about my business earlier. I found out about it 3 years into the business, and my buddy tried to tell me about it, about 6 to 8 months earlier, and I kind of like, you're my friend, I understand, but I'm not interested. And then he finally smacked me up the back of the head and said, Jack, you got to listen to this, and don't listen to the people on social media that.
So having a trusted
rumors.
voice,
Yes,
having a trusted voice helped Jack take the move to start his business, and that's what the Solutionist Portal is all about. Having that trusted voice that allows you to do business your way. Jack, thank you for joining me today. If you find somebody else that want to come over and join me live, any final words you want to say?
Yeah, I want to say that, I mentioned that you did get the monetary award. You said that was, but I know that wasn't what you were doing. But I just want to point out that when you help other people, you wind up getting monetary rewards.
Oh, that's true. That is very, very true.
And some of them aren't monetary. Sometimes it's a connection.
The connections, the network, because now Jack is here. We met at Build Your Brand Live. We're going to be connected because we can reach out. We can help each other's businesses and grow. I've met so many phenomenal people.
This is a wonderful lady, and the reward is getting to know you.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Jack. Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it. Well, there you have one recap from day one. And I'm telling you, people are busy. They're networking. They're connecting. And the whole point of the live was to give them the opportunity to build their brand, to come out and let people know what they do, why they do it, and how they do it. We're not going to be out here long today, though, because we have a lot of things that are going on. But while we're back, let's talk about, while I'm waiting for my next person to come, because, see, there's some diversions today. Right across from me is Everbowl. Need I say more? If you had the opportunity to have an Everbowl or come talk to me, which would you choose? I choose the Everbowl because it's delicious. And the story behind Everbowl itself is amazing. You would not believe. Oh, come on in.
Hang on one second. Let me
We have a lot of people that are coming. He wants to find his wife before he comes and talks to me. That's great. But we have a lot of people here making the connections necessary to build lifelong friendships and business partnerships, and that they can collaborate and network. So I'm excited about what's happening here at the Hyatt Regency in Dallas. You can hear the music starting to play. That means more people are pouring in. I'm on the back end of the hallway, so I may need to pick a better spot tomorrow. That's all about building your brand. Guess what? It's all about location, and connection. If you're in the wrong spot, people can't find you. So what are you doing in your business that have you located in the wrong spot where people can't find you? But I'm fortunate I have people that are going around grabbing folks so they can come to the screen. What do we have with us today?
Hi, Carol Register. Hi, Brenda.
This is Carol Register. Carol, tell everybody what's your business and where you're located.
I am global. I'm a global entrepreneur. I live in Chile and in Florida, and I am a neuro coach. So I help people with neuroscience to grow heart-centered, aligned.
I want you to talk to them because they need to see your beautiful face.
Okay. And so I help you grow heart-centered and aligned well. I teach principles of wealth, way the wealthy operate. I didn't grow up learning that, and I had wealth, and I was living in scarcity, limiting beliefs, doubt, afraid of losing it all the time, avoiding it, it's not meant for me. And if you have any of those, listen, the neuroscience is amazing. You can completely rewire those neural networks in your brain to get to the place where you have wealth with true alignment and satisfaction, fulfillment, joy. You're not sacrificing your health. You're not sacrificing your relationships. You're actually having the full, abundant life that you are meant to have. So that's what I do.
Well, tell me this. I love that you said global. So you said you live between Chile and Florida. Was that something you had always planned to do?
You know, it wasn't. I've been in Chile for 10 years. I have a little boutique hotel and restaurant coffee bar down there. And in fact, I'm listing it now. But it's beautiful. It's in the Andes Mountains. And I went down there with my husband. But then I was widowed shortly thereafter. Thank you. Found myself alone in a foreign country, stepping into his very successful shoes. But again, I had been wealthy all along with him and realized that the limiting beliefs I had grown from my childhood were still there. And so it affected my decision making. It affected, the returns that I received. It affected the people in the rooms that I was with. And a lot of wealthy people are not happy.
Oh, that's the truth.
So,
Because money don't make you happy. I'll ask you this here. With all of that, you're being between Chile and Florida. Why was it important for you to be here now at the Build Your Brand Live?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, I've been involved with Jen and Chris for a while, and they are, their company is Super Connector Media, and that name says it all. It really does. The connections that I have made through being here in this process have been absolutely incredible. The collaborations, events, I've done workshops, podcasts, and, that's really what it's all about. One of our speakers yesterday, he was the owner of Everpool. He was talking about relationship capital, and just like us doing this interview together, it's been all about that, and that's a high priority.
Absolutely.
Relationships.
And I think more people are starting to understand that it's more important not about what you know, but who you know. Carol, tell me, now that you've come here, we're doing a day one recap. What was your one takeaway from yesterday?
Ooh, one.
There were lots, I know, but
I was writing them out. Confirmation came really through Gabby Bernstein. The one thing that I have really been focused on is not pushing, not selling, being in service, being heart-centered, being in alignment with my values, and attracting. And she really hit that on the head. It was just like, yes, thank God. It was amazing. Yeah.
All right, well, I want to say thank you for coming and joining me. We're going to connect more after this, because that's the best part about Build Your Brand Live. You're making these connections, and they're not going to go away, y'all. It's up to you, but here's one of the things that they talked to us about yesterday was, you make a connection, now what do you have to do? Follow up. So I'm going to follow over to you, because you have so much because I have a brain that needs some neural reconnections.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's time to go do day two. What are you going to be doing while you're here today?
I was going to head over and set all my intentions for the day, but it's definitely more connection.
There you go.
And, if you guys want to get a hold of me, get a hold of me.
That's right. Thank you. Please tell everybody. I almost forgot. I was so excited about what you're doing. Tell everybody how they can connect with you.
Yeah, you can connect with me at Carol Register on Facebook. Carol, just like Christmas Carol, register just like you're registering for something. Super easy. And I'm sorry if I'm a little off camera. I'm not exactly sure where I'm looking at. But one of the things that you can do is reach out to me on Instagram as well. And there, I'm at Neuro Coach Carol. So just like the word neuroscience, Neuro Coach Carol.
Oh, I can't miss that. Make sure you connect with Carol so she can help you rewire your thinking.
Thank you, Brenda. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a great day.
I'm asking each guest to each one reach one, so if you find somebody else that's ready to talk to me, I appreciate it.
I sure will.
Well, we just had Carol come up, and I'm waiting for my next person to come. And what we do, let's talk about that. What is the thinking? How do you say that? thinking. Anyway, what's the wrong words you thinking up in your brain? That's got you making poor decisions or not necessarily taking care of yourself the way you need to. Do you believe that you should come to an event like this to help you go? They got more people coming because that is what we're doing here, Build Your Brand. We're changing the way people think about their brands and how they show up to the world. And that's so important.
Will.
Who's next? Come on.
Will, come on up.
She's just keeping me company.
Okay, cool.
Hey,
Morning.
Will.
My name is
Yeah.
Will.
All right, we're going to get you on camera.
Is this
Come on.
live?
Yes, it's
Oh my
live.
gosh. Okay,
See,
Andy,
some
you
people
should have
don't
done
even
it. We're-
know
we
it's
live
live.
now.
That's okay. We'll get right to you next if you can.
Morning.
This is Will. Will, where are you from and what do you do?
Vancouver, BC here. I'm a reborn real estate agent.
Okay, so you're doing real estate now in Canada.
Real estate doing full time in Canada. Yeah.
Okay, so for you, why was it important for you to come to Build Your Brand Live?
So you have to build your personal brand. Any professional services here, it's really more about the people that you serve, the database, the local community here, and just really being able to be a part of them here and just be more than just transactional sales.
Well, tell me this. I know there are several realtors here. Have you been able to connect with other realtors as well as other professionals that make you look at maybe what you do a little bit differently?
Right, yeah. I've been able to connect with other professional services people here, and it's really good to hear how they perform their business too. So everyone is in the same boat here in terms of the challenges, the lead generation, putting yourself out there, being consistent.
Right.
And you've been doing a great job too.
Thank
And
you.
that's why I wanted to meet you. So she's amazing. I just met her now.
Tell me this, Will, with all of this stuff that's going on and you're getting a new connection, we're doing a day one recap.
Yeah.
What was day one like for you? Were you here yesterday?
Yes.
Okay, what was it like for you?
Amazing. Not only with the energy that the speakers have, but also people like you. People doing the work, people being consistent, people showing up. One of my major key takeaways, I mean, we've had a lot of great speakers, but one of my major key takeaways here is serving.
Serving.
What we have to do here is in order to be better, in order to be bigger here, you need to serve other people. And sometimes when you're doing a role, sometimes you're thinking, okay, it's all about me, it's all about my goals here. But really, at the end of the day, it's about who you touch at the other side of the camera. It's who you touch here in terms of making that connection here. So that's really huge. So,
And you know, I'm all about service. I'm a servant leader. I grew up in a household full of preachers, teachers, and pastors. So we've always been in the mindset that I call it Zig Ziglar style. You will get what you want when you help enough people get what they want.
that's right.
And
That's
I
right.
believe that was a theme that we heard over and over on stage yesterday.
That's right.
If you had one thing you could tell someone that is trying to build their real estate brand, what advice would you give them?
You got to come to one of these events here with Chris and Jen. It's amazing. But in short here, you have to be consistent. A lot of people talk, and the part I was telling everyone here is I appreciate the downfall. Everyone has their own downfall, whether it be personal, business-wise. Here, you got screwed over a business, but you need to be consistent. You need to be surrounded by the right people to just be fresh. I mean, a lot of us were taken, I mean, as a recent COVID, and Jeff, owner of Everbowl, talked about in terms of how he
That's
was.
a pivot. Wasn't that awesome?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, if you don't know, if you don't get any story from what happens here, you need to look up Jeff Finster, the founder of Everbowl, and discover his amazing story because it was so motivating about how not to get stuck in the pity party. I throw pity parties myself. I get to advocate everything, but I often set a timer myself.
Right.
So thank you for joining me today, Will. This will not be the last time that we connect.
Yes,
Another
yes.
person waiting to come over here. But I hope that you get everything you want out of this event.
You
And I
as
want to
well.
say thank you
You
so
as
much
well.
for taking the time because I do not take it lightly that you took the time to come down here and go live with me. I've been asking people, everybody's so big to get Everbowl, they want to go stop. But here's the thing I mentioned earlier. It's all about location, location, location. As a realtor, you can appreciate this. See, yesterday, I was at the very front where everybody came in, so I couldn't miss them. Today, I'm at the back end. Are you putting your business at the back end so people can't find you? But even in the back alley, Will found me. Because he's a realtor. He knows how to locate what is hot on the market. And I feel like I'm hot on the market right now.
Yeah.
Thank
Pleasure.
you.
Thanks for having me. Take care. We'll chat soon. All
We
right.
will.
See you guys.
All right. Well, that was a pleasure getting to meet with us. I've seen him doing his thing here, networking and being his best self. Hi, are you ready to come in? Well, we have people now. They're getting their Ever bowls. Can you show everybody your bowls?
Oh, sure.
We'll have one too. They're getting them, and now they're starting to come over here because once they have their Ever bowl, they're ready for the day.
Yes, it's my breakfast
So I'm kind of a traveler. That's my thing. That's my passion. That's part of what I do, and it's just awesome.
So tell us what you do as a nomad and a traveler.
Yeah, so I do adventure travel, and I use it to inform people's leadership and career style. So once you break through your comfort zone, maybe there's fear kind of holding you back, and we're like, all right, we're going down this cliff, not jumping, rappelling my thing. And but after you do an activity, you have this emotion, you have this passion, you're like, I did it, and then that's a perfect time to think about how can you use this in your life, in your career, in your leadership style. Like, how do you help your team take that step, right? So it is such a great modality, and it's so popular, and I love it so much.
That sounds, I'm not that adventurous. I like staying home. That's why I want to do stuff, everything I want to do. I want to do it virtual. Anyway, but tell me this here. Why doing what you do, what's important for you to be at Build Your Brand Live?
Absolutely, just getting my message out there to know, like, you can create the career that you want, which also helps the life that you want, right? If you want to work a couple hours a day, that's totally fine. You get a lot of horrible limiting messages saying you can't do this, you can't do that. You can do all of it. Forget all of that stuff and decide, what is it that I want? It's almost like a filter system. These are the things that I want in my career, and only those are going to come your way because you're not paying attention to the stuff that doesn't make sense. And seeing people transform and seeing the hope come back into their eyes, that's what drives me. I've had so many people that came in beaten down, like, I have to keep this job because they give me this flexibility. And I'm like, well, what if you had your flexibility and the pay and all the other stuff you're giving up? And they're like, wow, I never thought of it that way. So totally transforming lives. It's my passion. I love it. And I'm just fighting against toxic workplaces, limiting beliefs. We don't have to live that way. Don't do it.
Now, were you here yesterday?
Yes.
Okay, because we're doing a day one recap. Tell everybody, what was your takeaway from yesterday?
That it's okay to be who you are. Don't shy away from your opinions or your thoughts, even if they're not popular, but say it in a positive way, right? It's not about arguments, just saying, like, this is what I believe, this is what I like. Something positive for everyone, but you don't have to pretend you're not who you are, and I think that's really important. And also just keep posting, doing lives, like, just jump in and do it and keep going. And I'm actually doing a new travel series of, like, giving myself a challenge every time I go into a country. And maybe I'll take the challenge from my audience, because when I was young, people challenged me to go out and go out without any planning. Don't book a hotel, don't book anything. And I arrived in Norway with nothing booked. This was a while ago, I was pretty young, and it worked out. So I was like, that was fun. Any other challenges?
That's way cool. Now, what piece of advice would you give to someone that is ready to do what you say? Throw caution to the wind and just go on an adventure and do business their way.
Yeah, well, first of all, I do think you should have a coach, absolutely, because you do need some guidance.
I'm a good coach.
Yeah, absolutely, because if whatever the expertise that they have that you don't have, you can learn from immediately. So it's going to help you better than if you're trying to figure it out yourself. Not that you can't, but it's more of a time thing. You have someone on your side. You also have connections. So you do want somebody with some expertise to guide you, because it's not about, like, saying, oh, this job sucks, I'm just going to leave. Like, you do need to have a plan, a goal. There's some practical stuff too. So it's not about just saying whatever, I'm gone, but being tactical and strategic, because that's also what I teach. Strategy with executive leadership. Without strategy, you're really not going to get too far. I mean, it can be fun for a little while, but if this is like something you really want to do, you need strategy.
So how do people get in touch with you?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm under Goldie on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm under Hopeful Bluebird, which is my company, on LinkedIn.
Okay, well, you heard it right here. You're ready to throw adventure to the caution to the wind. Go take an adventure, but have the strategies you need so you can do it effectively and in a way that helps you live your best life. Reach out to Hopeful Bluebird.
Yes,
Hopeful Bluebird on LinkedIn. There you have it. Thank you for joining me. So go enjoy your bowl. I am so excited. And also, don't forget, we asked everybody, find somebody else to come back and have a talk with me. You've heard from several different people already. And I don't know if you've noticed, but everybody had a different takeaway. It was because there were so many takeaways. And I'm just excited that people are having this type of response to what they have been exposed to. We've had phenomenal speakers. We've had phenomenal people that have come to this event to build their brand. And I am excited about the opportunity to build my own brand. The Solutionist Portal is dear to my heart. And I started it because I wanted to create the place that wasn't there for me when I first started on my business journey. I had lots of questions. I made a lot of mistakes, spent a lot of unnecessary money. And through trial and error, I kind of figured it out. But the reality is that if you can have a safe place where you can have someone to give you the answers you're looking for at an affordable price, that would have been golden for me. I didn't have that. So the Solutionist Portal was the answer to something I wish I had when I first started out. Well, a lot of people are starting to come in, they're getting their seats because now they don't want to miss a thing. So I'm going to end this broadcast today and come back a little bit later. I'll be back here tomorrow morning, giving you the opportunity to meet some of the participants of the Build Your Brand Live event. What I want to leave with you, as always, is the choices you make today will be the reality you live tomorrow. So choose wisely and choose to do yourself a favor and build your brand. Be blessed, everyone.
You said something about people coming over and talking to you. What's going on?
Yeah, I just ended the live stream.
Did you do a live stream?
It's still going on. They can hear you in the background. Let's see if we can bring it back up.
Oh, shoot. Let me get
Not
out of
yet,
the
no.
way.
Come on in.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I don't want to be all up in your live
You
stream.
I tried to end the stream. You guys saw me do it, but I had to tell everybody who you are. This is Christy, guys. She came up and said, hey, I heard you doing a live.
What's she doing over there?
Christy, tell everybody where you're from and what your business is.
Okay, so hey, everybody. I'm from Metro Detroit. And my name's Christy Stocker, and I am a speaker, a leadership consultant, success coach, and what all that means is that I love working with accounting and tech professionals to help them become rock star leaders. So I work with a lot of driven professionals, but I know sometimes those accounting and tech people need a little bit more help when it comes to becoming leadership ready. So those are the people that I love working with. So
that's way cool. And why was it important for you to get Build Your Brand Live?
Oh, well, I mean, who wouldn't want to be here? I mean, if you want to build your brand, this is where you go. Chris and Jen are my mentors. They have helped me get articles and media appearances and things like that. So I am definitely here because I want to be on the cutting edge of what it takes to really up-level my business. So that's I want the advantage. So I want the competitive advantage. I'm a little competitive, sorry. But yeah, that's why I'm here, is to gain that.
A lot of us refer to Chris and Jen as our unfair advantage. We used to hold an event called Unfair Advantage Live. And I can tell you, from the time I've met them, I truly believe that Jen and Chris are my unfair advantage. And I take the opportunity to be a part of events that they show every time I get.
Yeah.
We were doing a day one recap. What was day one like for you?
Oh, it was a little... Okay, so can I be honest with your peoples?
If you weren't there.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with the peoples. So I'm a pretty high energy person. Like, I'm a pretty extrovert. I had a speaking gig on Thursday, right? So I had a lot of energy on Thursday for a client I have here in Dallas. And I think I blew out all my energy because by the time I hit day one, it was so much energy and so much going on that I was like, okay, my energy is a little depleted, so I need to kind of work on it because there was so much going on, and in a good way, right? I mean, Gabby Bernstein, I'll be honest, that was the first time I heard Gabby Bernstein. I know she's like super amazing, super popular, but that was the first time I had seen her, and I think she really resonated with me, right? Like, some of the things that she said about spirituality and neuroscience and, you know, really becoming aligned, like, that really, really hit me. So yeah, for me, day one was like off the hook, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, there's 2 more days, but it's all in good, right? It's all good stuff.
Well, if you had to tell the audience one takeaway you got as you got your energy back.
I know, right? Like,
what was your one takeaway, would you say?
Okay, so the biggest takeaway, I already know, was Gabby Bernstein talked about being thirsty, So if you're taught, and I'm a very big person, even though I teach leadership with purpose. So it's it's like so super important, everybody, to be aligned with your purpose, what you really feel alive and on fire to do. The more you're aligned with that, the more that you're going to thrive, feel successful. So with that, Gabby talked about that, of being in alignment. And if you are constantly thirsty, spiritually thirsty, and constantly like, oh my gosh, I need this, I'm thirsty, I'm dehydrated. It resonated with me because I'm a runner. I run marathons. And so for me, being hydrated all the time is very important. So you've caught me at a time where I don't have a water bottle like right by my side.
I thought there was something missing.
There was I know. There's something, where's her water bottle? Right? And so I want to be hydrated. Like it's like an obsession with me to always have water and stay hydrated. So when she said, if you're thirsty, you're not getting what you need, and you need to constantly keep that alignment, stay in alignment with what you feel that, you're called to do. And so I thought about that, and technically, if you ever feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated. Right, as a runner, like we say, okay, drink before you're thirsty, because if you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated. So for me, that really spoke to me, is saying, okay, if there are times where I'm feeling thirsty and I'm not getting what I really need out of life, then I should be hydrating myself before I get thirsty. Put in the good stuff in my life. Make sure I'm aligning and staying on the path to what's really passionate for me, so I don't get thirsty. So I was like, wow, that really makes sense to me, just because of my whole obsession with being hydrated all the time. Now I can take that same concept and apply it to what really lights me up in life.
I love that. Well, the best part about all of this here for you guys is that she called me, even though we're about to end this live, and then what a better way to end than to have Christy here with me, because we've met before.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, these kind of connections, you just, that alone is worth coming to build your brand, because you get to meet the most amazing people that otherwise you may not have access to. So you guys enjoy the rest of the day, because we're going to go enjoy the rest of our conference, because it's time for us to be seen by each other. And I'm in there for real this time.